you are seeing a black screen right now, that is really what you should be seeing. It's what is coming out of the computer. We are having some major technical issues, totally avoidable on our end. Just, you know, first game of the season for everyone. We will have video here in a few moments, but until then, just going to be audio and the scoreboard for the time being. And Byrnes able to notch a strikeout there. Now it goes to 0-0-1. You have not missed much. We're in the bottom of the first right now. Chapman got out of the top of the first without surrendering any runs. Byrnes had 2 runners on base, but that was about it. And other than that, Chapman is on the mound now. And still, though, not a ton of progress being made. Strikes now, and swing and a miss. And the Rebels able to notch their first out of the season right there. Actually make it 2. Scoreboard hadn't been updated for a moment, so 2 outs now. Chapman with 1 runner on base, had a player get walked earlier. There's a strike. Pull up the rosters here in a moment. Again, if you're just tuning in, that black screen is intentional. We will have video in a few moments. Until then, just audio. Got a ball there. Alright, and looks like my partner is here, so we will actually turn the microphone off for now and start getting everything ready. We'll be ready to go in 2 or 3 minutes, hopefully. All right, I think we're back. It's close, but I think we're back. And the game itself is pretty close as well. Top of the second inning. Both teams scoreless on the day so far. Now, just a reminder, this is actually a JV doubleheader, so as soon as this game's over, both teams will suit up again and play another game right after this one. So this is, I suppose, game one in this series, and we got a runner trying to steal base. That is close, and they got her. And now Byrnes with 2 outs. All right, so here we go. Chapman looking for that 3rd out. Instead, they've got a foul ball here. And this one is loose. Looks like it could be a base hit. Oh, and she lost the ball there. I'd have tried to throw it before she had her hand clamped down. So yeah, a lot in football with receivers dropping passes, and Byrnes now has a runner on base. Now remember, they got 2 on base last time out. Had one on first and second. Could not capitalize, and now 2 outs already. Let's see what they've got. And they're trying to wind up for a steal there. Nothing much going. She's safe. You know, there's really not much of a point in centering up the camera. There's a lot of action on first, so we'll kind of leave it at this angle for now. Oh no, I don't really like that. And we're going to call out on a ball. And 3 balls. That one was right on the line. Look, up here it looked like it could have been a strike. And just kind of lobbing that one, and they're going to let it walk. So now Byrnes right back where they were earlier today. Runners on first and second. And this one is loose. Oh, it's still loose. And Byrnes, I don't think they realized that ball was live. Just a misreception there by the catcher. Ball was loose for a little bit, but now base is loaded for the Rebels. Ball there. Nope, we're going to call it a foul, my mistake. Again, first game of the year for everybody. We apologize for those technical difficulties. Those were totally avoidable on our end. Had a miscommunication regarding what time the game was. And are they going to count that and out? Yes, they will. So keep it deadlocked at 0, headed into the bottom of the second. Chapman dodging a bullet there. Nice defense to close out the first half of the second inning. And now the Lady Panthers will head out to the plate. And everybody kind of taking 5 real quick. Byrnes getting warmed up. Chapman's coaches doing a little talking to the players over near the dugout. Yep, I got one. Do you need a share? Yeah, he's good. All right, thanks, Coach. And that was the man himself, athletic director and basketball coach here at Chapman High School, Greg Wilson, checking up on everything. I'll tell you, we have got some phenomenal weather out here. A little bit of a breeze that might be coming through the microphone a tad. But other than that, I mean, temperature-wise especially, it feels great out here. You can really tell spring is coming along. And we got no ruling from the official yet. So here we go. Call out a strike. What was that? And got another strike there. 1-2 count now for the Panthers. And they're going to call that a ball. Again, right on the line. We've had a couple of pitches that have really straddled that area. Hung out in that gray area, I suppose you could say. And here we go, 2-2. This one is airborne. Could be a fly ball. And yes. And Byrnes able to notch their first out of the inning. Ball there. Oh, nice hit there. Headed to the outfield and oh, missed catch. And they're going to have him stay at first. So it'll be only a base hit. Probably the right call. Would have been a tall order to get over to second. Byrnes definitely has some nice leverage there. The angle to get it over to second was pretty nice for them. So now the Lady Panthers with a runner on first. Count goes back to 0. And they were trying to set up the bunt there, but that ball is still loose and a slide into second base. I think that was the call the whole way. And now, Lady Panthers sort of in a little bit of a quandary. You got what you wanted, and you still have your batter at the plate. So you had to try to bunt it again, and they will try to bunt it again, and it kind of catwalks out of the field of play, and they'll call it a foul. Oh, yeah, nice pitch there. Coming in a little too hot. So now 2 strikes, 1 ball. Byrnes with an opportunity to really pull out just about anything here. And just a straight fastball, and they're going to call that one a ball. So 2-2 now. Yeah, and that one is well low, and I think the Lady Panthers were kind of setting up to steal third there. And they kind of second-guess themselves now. interesting to see. I don't think anything's going to come about Byrnes walking them right here. And they get the hit in anyway. Ball is loose, and that's going to be an out. So now Chapman in jeopardy of coming away empty-handed. And got a swing and a miss there. And that one is well over the box. 1-1 count. Chapman with a runner on third. And that one is loose. They're going, oh no, and they call it off. Foul ball. So now, not entirely sure what happened there, but Chapman now with runners on first and third. And got a foul ball. And Chapman has second. Able to steal it right behind their backs. I don't think the pitcher was ever aware that that was even an option for the Lady Panthers. He never looked back. So now the stakes definitely high for the Lady Rebels, and you're going to call out a strike. A 1-2-2 count with 2 outs. Byrnes with an opportunity to really dial something up here. Whoa, and this one is airborne! And really straddling that line, it's loose! And are they going to call out a foul? I believe they are. So hold everything. Yep, a lot of excitement, but no actual progress. Right back to square one. 2 strikes, 1 ball, 2 outs. Oh, and hit by the pitch there. So now with the bases loaded, this ought to be quite a development. And here is our first lefty of the game. And trying to get that hit in, knocks it off the side of the bat. Runners on first, second, and third. And oh, nice pitch there. Right down Main Street. Now Byrnes with the big time advantage pitch count wise. That one is low. And that'll be the first ball. Can Byrnes pull out another defensive stop? And not quite yet. That one a little too far to the right. Oh, and that will bring an end to the inning. So Chapman unable to capitalize. Bases loaded, and they come up empty-handed. Still deadlocked at 0 heading into the third inning. And we are back, starting out with a strike already. Interesting development on the roster side. We have gotten Byrnes' roster. The only catch is that only got first names right now. And that ponytail is actually making it kind of tricky to discern what numbers on that player's back. Had the same issue when I was calling the girls soccer game for Landrum a couple of weeks ago. Believe that is a 13. That is a 13. She is listed only as Elizabeth surname. And pitch count is 1-1. Got a little distracted there. Make it 2-1. Oh, and this one is way out there, right on the line. And Chapman in deep trouble now. Could we be looking at our first points of the game? Maybe not quite, no. But it will be a double. Biggest play so far for either side. And the Rebels making some progress early. And the Rebels now back at the plate. This one is loose as well, so 2 straight hits going for the out on first, and that one is still loose. Could not bring in the catch, and Byrnes is going to get their first points of the game. And it took him a while, but the Rebels able to strike first on a bad throw to first. And we have all right. Yep, sorry about that. Got a little sidetracked. We've got Chapman's roster's in too, and I love the dichotomy here. I don't think it was intentional, and we got another one. This is going to be a fly ball. Oh, and still got another one loose. Are they going to call that an out? Out, yes. So 2 outs on the same play. And Chapman responding quickly to that early score from Byrnes. We'll see if they can keep the momentum up and gather another out here. But as I was saying with the rosters, interesting dichotomy there, because I forgot to pull up the official roster, so we have to get the ones from the scorebooks around here. And we've got Byrnes's and Chapman's now. And Byrnes's scorebook only has first names. Chapman's only has last names. So if you put them together, you got a full roster, I suppose. Though I'd much rather have first names and last names, because I don't want to call people I don't know by their first name. 2 strikes now for the Lady Rebels. At the mound right now, number 11. This is Memory Melton. And got a ball there. And this one is up, airborne, and nice catch there by Ivy, the pitcher for Chapman, and that'll cap off the top of the 3rd inning. Chapman coming away with pretty minimal damage after surrendering a run early. It is 1-0 in favor of the Lady Rebels headed into the bottom of the 3rd. All right, and we are back. Ready for some more softball action. And again, those ponytails make it really tough to figure out who exactly is at the plate. Can't quite get numbers. I think I really took the whole number thing for granted with football. It was a lot easier back in the fall to figure this stuff out. Until then, we will, looks like it's either a 1 or an 11. And number 1 listed as Coley right now, and having a little video delay. There we go. 2 balls right now. And Coley thought about bunting, instead goes for the hit. They're going to call it a foul. Just a little too low on that one. And whoa, that one is way up there, headed out, and yep, they're going to call that a foul. A dramatic foul at that, but a foul nonetheless. Here we go, count is at 2-2, and oh, there's a strike. Nice one. Bottom of the 3rd, and got a ball there. Runs across the board. And this is Kayla Harden at the plate. Saw a lot of her during the JV basketball season. Always interesting to see these multi-sport athletes come out and hone their craft in other areas. Oh, and that one goes right through the pitcher's or the catcher's legs. Excuse me. I'm gonna call it a ball. So 2-2 now. Pitching for the Rebels is number 1. That's Peyton Kutcher. And Kutcher kind of lobbed that one up. They're going to call it a ball. So something's got to give here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We'll see what Harden's got. And they're going to call out a strike. Kutcher, I tell you, has had a very impressive day pitching so far. Those fastballs have been particularly difficult to deal with. And we're going to start it out with a ball. That one off to the right and low. And that one a little to the right as well. Couldn't quite get that hit in. Count goes to 1-1, foul ball. Manning at the plate now for the Lady Panthers. And, oh. All these pitches have been a little off to the right so far. I mean, just a couple of inches at that, but maybe something to look at moving forward here. Though the pitch count here is certainly in Kutcher's favor. Oh, and a strikeout there. That will do it. And the Rebels offense going to head back out onto the field here shortly. Short inning there for the Lady Panthers. Not a lot getting done. Byrnes still up 1-0. And we are back, ready to roll. Peyton Kutcher at the plate, and gonna let that one scoot by. They'll call it a ball. Ivy to pitch here. And that one a little off to the right, but hit and splits 2 defenders all the way to the outfield. And then had some trouble picking that one up, but it looks like it's only going to be a single base hit there. Byrnes able to get the ball rolling early. And that one a little low. We'll call it a ball. I believe this is Shalessa Styles and tried to set up the bunt there. And instead, Chapman trying to get a runner out on second. That was really close, and ball kind of slipped out, but they'll call it an out. Or check that, they'll keep her on second. Pitch count at 2-1. And Styles might have another base hit. This one's going to be close, and Styles is out. Byrnes did manage to get Kutcher over to third, though. Could be something to keep an eye on. And this one got a foul ball. Swung a little low. This is Elizabeth Horn at the plate for the Rebels. And Horn lets that one go by. No, they call it a strike. I thought that was out. And got another foul. Go, and Horn is struck out. Ivy holding her end of the deal up for the Lady Panthers. Able to get their second out of the inning. Top of the fifth. And this one way out there. Catch is made, and that will bring an end to the top of the fifth inning. And Chapman again able to hold off another really solid scoring opportunity there for the Rebels. Had a runner on third again. And so far, both teams have really been unable to capitalize when they've had runners on base. The only score so far came off of a bad throw to first, kind of went a little wide, and Byrnes was able to get a double and a runner back to home plate off of that. And since then, we have not seen a lot of consistency for either side. It'll be interesting to see what they get drawn up, what kind of adjustments they make moving forward. Again, I know a lot of Kutcher's pitches have been a little off to the right. Could be something to keep an eye on. And yeah, they changed it to the fourth. I thought something went wrong earlier because we went straight from the second to the fourth inning. So now this is the bottom of the fourth, not the bottom of the fifth. right, so ready for action here. We'll see if Chapman can find a way to get out of that deficit, and they're starting off well, or at least got a hit in. Fly ball caught by the shortstop, and that'll be the first out of the inning. McPhail unable to get that one on the ground. At the plate now, number 25, Cornett for the Lady Panthers. And waiting on the signal from the umpire, he's deciding. Again, that looked like it could have gone either way. Looked more on the end of a strike to me, and no signal yet. We'll keep you posted. And that one off to the right, and Cornett was hit by the pitch, so strikes don't matter. Chapman now has a runner on first. And again, that one a little low. Ivy kind of scraping the bottom of it, got it foul, so the bat has made contact with the ball on this trip to the plate. Always a good place to start. And low into the right. That one into the dirt quite early on. 1-1. And that's a foul ball as well. Ivy's been getting close. And another foul. Cornett's still on first. Ivy's hit 3 times so far. Just hasn't been able to really get the angle she's needed. And a little off to the right, but she splits those defenders. This one is still loose, and it's going to be a single. Cornett able to get over to second just in time. And now Chapman with 2 runners on base. Loftus heading to the plate now. And that one off to the right. And Loftus hit that one. That was right on the line. Are they going to call it? Yes. Looks like they actually called that first pitch a strike, so the count is 0-2 for Loftus. Kutcher with a lot of different opportunities here. And almost hit Loftus with the pitch there. They're going to call it a foul ball. And Kutcher able to nab another strikeout there. That fastball has been, I mean, it has come in almost every time the count has gotten into Kutcher's favor. Again, everything's angled a little to the right. I'm not really sure if that's just related to her handedness or not. But everything's been angled to the right, and when they've gotten to 2 strikes, it's usually been that fastball. Could be something to keep an eye on. And yeah, I'm going to keep my count going, but somehow or another, according to the scoreboard, we are already in the 6th inning. By my count, it's the bottom of the 4th. Runners on first and second. Oh, and this one is going way out there and might be caught, yes. And now we are headed into inning number 5. Chapman once again just unable to get the ball rolling. Byrnes still on top, 1-0. All right, now do keep in mind this is a doubleheader, a JV doubleheader. So as soon as this game is over, we're going to go right back into warm-ups. And at 7 p.m., these teams are going to go right back at it again. Same personnel, maybe with a couple of substitutions to the main lineups, but other than that, right back to where we were. And all the Lady Rebels still waiting to get out of the dugout. Looks like they might be getting a few last-minute adjustments, and I think the sun's starting to peek through a little bit. Again, the weather's been nice, but there has been a bit of cloud cover coming in over the past hour or so. And I think this parting might only be temporary, but the picture brightened it up a little bit. That's always nice to see. And Ivy, anybody got a strike there? And this one, another foul here. So 2 strikes on the board. I believe this is Jada Badashin. Kind of ran before the ball was hit on that first one. Tried to set up the bunt and notches a foul on attempt number 2. And I think they're going to call out a foul. That was an interesting bunt. Or I suppose an attempt at one. No change to the count right now. So again, at 0-2, Ivy's got a lot of room to work here. And there is the bunt, kind of straddles the line right there at the end, but they're going to say it's in, and Badashin finally able to get it working. And Byrnes now with the runner on first. Wait, no? And they're going to call it a foul ball. And that is well short of the box. 1-2 now. And now finally able to get a hit in, and I think we just got a nice base hit there. Nothing too fancy, but it's more than enough to get the job done. Though, again, we will see, can either one of these sides really capitalize with a runner on base? They have been hard-pressed to do so to this point. Top of the 5th, only 1 run to show for it, and we got him trying to steal second. Badashin, that ball is still loose. Kayla Harden couldn't quite bring it in. And Jada Badashin able to steal second there. Taylor Collins at the plate now for the Lady Rebels. Oh man, she got all of that one. This one is headed way out there over the head of the outfielder, still loose. We might be looking at a home run, and it'll be a double, but Byrnes is able to get Badashin in there. And the Lady Rebels take a 2-0 lead. What a hit there. I tell you, that might have been a foot or so from going over the fence. That was an excellent, excellent hit. And Hope Fowler headed to the plate now. Oh, and Fowler able to get a nice hit in. This one loose as well, splitting defenders in the outfield, and Byrnes might be able to score again. And indeed they will, 3-0. And Byrnes making a substitution with our runners here. So Fowler is going to leave second. She is replaced by number 23, listed as C. Eigner. And Ivy able to notch a strike. That'll certainly go a long way to help her confidence after those two big hits. Darby Ward at the plate now, and Ward got that one. Another hit right into the outfield, really straddling that line, and Byrnes ready to go up 4-0. And after 4 innings of near total silence, the Lady Rebels really starting to pour it on. 3 straight runs for Byrnes. And no outs either. Chapman's got to find a way to get out of this. And trying to set up a little slap hit there. Couldn't quite get it going. Memory Melton back on the plate. And there's the bunt. And looks like it'll be good to get a runner on third. And no, are they going to call that out? I think so. No, see, I keep getting the Byrnes crowd and the Chapman crowd mixed up. And now Melton trying to steal second, and they're going to let her go. So now the Lady Rebels with runners on second and third. And Peyton Kutcher, the pitcher, at the plate. And she's got a hit in right down the middle. And Byrnes at least one more. Got another runner heading for, oh man, and a miscommunication there. Ivy didn't know that Memory Melton able to get in a second run there. So 2 runs on the same play. Ivy never turned around. She was dialed in on first, trying to make sure that Kutcher didn't go anywhere. 6-0. And still no outs. And trying to set up a bunt there. Goes a little high. And it'll be a foul ball. And that was really close and still loose. They're going to say she's safe. So now Byrnes with the runner on second as well. It's 3 times now that they've stolen second. And Ivy able to notch a nice strike there. Styles at the plate. Can Ivy get her first out? And strike, no. They call it a ball.
And this one right down the middle, and Ivy gets it over to first. And so Chapman is finally able to get an out in. Byrnes was able to get a runner over on third, though. So the Lady Rebels gradually making their way across the diamond. We'll see if they can bring him in here, and this one up for grabs and caught. Almost a miscommunication there between Harden and Cornett, but it goes in favor of the Lady Panthers. 2 straight outs now, and looking to wrap up what has been a rough and tumble inning, to say the least. 5 runs so far for the Lady Rebels. And we are back to the top of the lineup. This is Alyssa right at the plate. Got a ball to start things off. And that one well off to the left. Whoa, and that one, nice hit and almost caught, but now still loose. All the way out in the outfield. Byrnes has already got one of their runners home. Could we be looking at a home run? No, but it is going to be a triple. 7-0. Right when it was looking like the bleeding was kind of stopping, clouds parting maybe, and Byrnes able to notch just another excellent hit there. Alyssa Wright with a triple to bring yet another Rebel back home. And that one is caught by Ivy. Nothing doing on the bunt attempt there for Badashin. And after what might be the longest inning of the game, I mean, even time-wise, that was a lengthy one. Byrnes, that could not have gone much better for the Lady Rebels. I'm sure Chapman could find a few things to improve on there, but we'll see what they've got drawn up here. 7-0 in favor of the Lady Rebels. I would not want to be in that Panthers dugout right now. I imagine the message from coach pretty testy right now. And trying to get a read on that number. Is Byrnes warming up a different pitcher? Can't quite tell. No, that is Kutcher. They've got an emblem on their chest that kind of looks like an 8, I think. Yeah, it's a B on their upper chest, and it looks like an 8. So when I saw that, I thought number 8 was warming up a pitch. But no, still Peyton Kutcher on the mound. All right, it looks like we're ready to roll. Bottom of the 5th, Chapman down big and in need of a miracle. Geisel at the plate, the Lady Panthers back to the top of the lineup. And I tell you, if anyone is going to be able to capitalize on Kutcher's pitching patterns, it's going to be Geisel. Just about at least 60% of what she's thrown has gone off just a little to the right. Geisel should be able to capitalize on that, and that one way too high. There's no progress quite yet. Sun peeking out just a little bit. Again, there's been a little bit of cloud cover all day, really. Starting to part a bit, and got another ball. And 3 balls now. And we'll see what Byrnes does. Again, a left-handed pitcher going up against Kutcher. That's a good matchup for the Lady Panthers. Is Byrnes just going to walk her here? And indeed they will. So Geisel heads over to first, but perhaps an opportunity missed. We'll see. And now Coley, I believe Kaylee Coley, at the plate for the Lady Panthers, setting up a bunt. This one goes right down the middle, and she is safe, and now going to third, and that is really close. They call her safe, and all the way back at second. Wow, a lot of action, and the Lady Panthers finally able to get some momentum there. Nice plays all around the board. Looks like a single all the way. Instead, it turns into a double. Runners on second and third now. Kayla Harden at the plate. And that one pretty far to the inside. Harden did take a swing though. Call it a strike. That one low. 1-1. And that one way off the mark, hit the dirt. That one was on the ground about 2 or 3 feet before it got to the plate, so 2-1 now. And that one dangerously close to hitting Harden again. Everything going off to the right, but veering even further to the right now. Or I say the right, that would be Kutcher's right, the viewer's left. And that one, strike. 3-2. Harden was in this position earlier, had a 3-2 count with 2 outs that time, 0 outs here. And Harden gets walked, so bases loaded for the Lady Panthers. This is exactly the way you draw it up in that batting order, and now at the line, or at the plate, excuse me, Manning. Looking to bring everyone home at once. We'll see what she can dial up. And, oh, got all of that one, but this might be a fly ball, and it's short! So Chapman able to get at least one runner home, and Geisel able to put some points on the board for the Lady Panthers. And now McPhail headed to the plate. Chapman finally on the board, 7-1. Base is still loaded. Oh, and a nice pitch there. Just a little too slow for McPhail at least. Great pitch there from Kutcher, excuse me. Not sure why I'm blanking on all these names, and that pitch not quite on the same level as the last one. It's the dirt. And that's a strike, ball's loose, and there's a slide, and Coley is safe. Make it 7-2. And they're getting the plate dusted off. Quick running there by Coley to get Chapman on the board once again. And McPhail still at the plate. Count is 2-1. Make it 3-1. And they're going to call out a strike. That was close. Right in the very corner of that box. And so with the 3-2 count, gotta wonder what exactly is coming. Kutcher's throwing fastballs in this situation. I think she tried to get that going again, and it pays off. So Chapman still with runners on second and third. Cornett at the plate. And that one low and to the right. Whoa, and that one, Cornett almost got hit. I have a sneaking suspicion that Kutcher is not too interested in letting Cornett hit this one. We'll see, 2-0 count. And oh, great pitch there, right down the middle. And Chapman gets one more runner home. Kayla Harden able to cross the plate, and Cornett able to get a double out of that as well. So Chapman staging a little bit of a comeback here after Byrnes hung 6 on him in a single inning. At the plate now is Ivy, the pitcher. And at least showing bunt at the plate. We'll see if that holds. And I think she backed up there, maybe trying to fake her out. I don't know if she was actually setting up for a hit or if she was really just getting away from that one. And they call it a strike. Again, that one was right on the line. Could have been a strike or a ball. And that one, a strike as well. And just like that, a 0-2 count. And just one out. And that one kind of hung in the air a little bit. It was high, and high of the strike box indeed. 1-2 now. And got a foul ball there. Oh, right down Main Street. Excellent pitch there from Kutcher. So 2 outs now, procured by the Lady Rebels. Loftus back at the plate now. And at least showed bunt on that first pitch. They call it a ball. Nothing count now. That one floated a little. Again, dangerously close to hitting Loftus. I know somebody got hit by a pitch earlier on in the rotation. I think it might have been Loftus. Check that. That is not Loftus. Yeah, this is Cogdell. Loftus is wearing number 10, but she's after Ivy in the lineup, so they made a substitution here. And 2-1 count now for Cogdell. Oh, and a nice pitch there. And instead, looked like Cogdell had the angle she needed, but swing and a miss. And just like that, Byrnes able to escape the 5th inning, only giving up 3 runs. Could have been a lot worse. Chapman had several opportunities to score, but that Byrnes pitching game holding strong as we move into the top of the 6th. Lady Rebels up by 4. Chapman cutting into the lead a little bit, but we'll see if Byrnes can continue to build on the momentum they built up earlier in the 5th. Looks like Ivy is still going to be at the plate. That could be something to keep an eye on. And they're actually going to call that the end of the game. So 5 innings. Yep, 5 innings for JV softball. Though, again, you've got about 40 minutes. Yeah, you got time to go and get some refreshments if you need them. But don't forget, we will be back here on this same stream at 7 p.m. for the start of game number 2. Again, both JV teams still going to be here. A rematch coming up in about 40 minutes. Okay, wow, I did not expect that. They started the game way ahead of schedule. So it doesn't look like we've missed too much. Strike is 0-2, or actually, looks like Byrnes was just able to notch their first out of the game. The Lady Rebels starting out fast. Top of the first. Again, I thought we were starting up at 7. That really caught me off guard. And they're going to call out a strike, so 1-1 now. Geisel at the plate. And this is Darby, I believe Darby Ward, yes, pitching. Saw her warming up earlier. So Peyton Kutcher out for the time being. A great pitching performance in that last game. Now replaced by number 14. 2-1 count and make it 3-1. So Geisel with a little bit of wiggle room here. And whoa, I think they just walked her on purpose there. That one way off to the edge. So Kayla Harden headed to the plate now for the Lady Panthers. And foul ball. So 0-2 count. Ward with some wiggle room here. We'll see what she dials up. I know last game out when Kutcher got into these situations, it was just about always a straight fastball, especially when the count really got in her favor. Let's see if Ward's mentality is any different here. And straight fastball, and this one is airborne and caught. And Harden is out. Oh wait, no, I think they had a miscommunication. Geisel's out as well, so just like that, Byrnes able to notch 2 more outs. We are already into the bottom of the first inning. A 3 and out effectively there for the Lady Panthers. 3 at-bats and nothing doing on any of them. Got a new pitcher in. This one is listed as Thornton. Again, no interesting note. No, when we initially got him, we've gotten some first names for Byrnes, but when we first got these rosters, again, there were no last names listed on the Byrnes roster and then no first names listed on the Chapman roster. So Thornton in the circle now, and Byrnes getting ready to send in the first at-bat. Looking for, I believe, a number 8. Nope, that's a 3, so we are back to the top of the lineup for the Rebels. Alyssa Wright headed to the plate. After everybody gets their ducks back in a row, I suppose. right, now it looks like we're ready to roll. Took them a little while, but we are, ready to start the second half of the first inning. Alyssa Wright at the plate, Thornton pitching for the Lady Panthers. And that one well off to the left and high. 1-0 count early on. And that one is airborne, but gonna hit the ground. Looked for a second like Wright might have been able to get a nice piece of that one. Instead, just a little off to the side. Now, I know we're only 2 pitches in, but especially between this and warm-ups, could be something to keep an eye on. A lot of Thornton's pitches are kind of going off to the left. And whoa, that one just about hit right. 2-1 count now. So right as we say they're going off to the left, they head the other way. And no. Got another ball there, so 3-1 count. Right, with some room to work here. And just about hit her. It was going to be a ball either way. So Alyssa Wright heading to first base, and Chapman is going to start the second game out with a walk. Jada Batterson at the plate. And trying to go for the slap hit. It's going to be a foul ball. And yeah, Batterson kind of took off, didn't even try and get the hit in there. Got a little ahead of herself, I guess. They'll call out a ball. 1-1. And that one well off, and Chapman almost able to get right out, though she is able to steal second there. That was close. Cornett just not quite enough zip to get it all the way across the field. So now Byrnes with a runner on second. 2-1 count for Jada Batterson. And missed it. Trying to go for that slap hit again. Had a really nice window there for just a straight up hit. I mean, that was a fastball, hung in the air just a little bit. Looked like there might have been time to get a hit in, but Batterson, I mean, through game one, and especially now, I mean, she has been dead set on getting that slap hit in. And tries to set it up here, straddles the line, and they call it a foul ball. She's getting closer. She is getting closer. So here we go again. 2-2 count. And misses. Cannot connect on that slap hit. And now Byrnes with their first out. Thornton with her first strikeout of the evening. Had a few pitches float on her early on, though it appears she's getting settled in now. And we've got a new batter at the plate. This is number 20, Molly Smith, for the Lady Rebels. And she's got a 1-0 count early on. and make it a 2-0 count. That one well off to the left. And that one is loose and headed into the outfield, and it's going to be a single. So no runs on the board quite yet for Byrnes, but they are knocking on the door. Smith able to connect there. Runners on first and third, and it looks like we've got, can't quite get a number there. And Taylor Collins, number 15, at the plate. And thinks he thought about going for that bunt, and behind the back of Thornton, Smith was able to steal second, and Thornton never even turned around. Can't risk letting right get loose. And that ball is loose. Are they going to be able to get right out? Yes! And now right in limbo, and they tag her. Two outs now for the Lady Panthers. Runners on first and second for Byrnes. Darby Ward, the pitcher for the Lady Rebels, at the mound now. Right down Main Street, and this one is way up there. Foul ball goes into the roof netting, and it's kind of rolling around over there. The kids are kind of scrambling over trying to catch it, and it's stuck. The ball is stuck in the netting above us. 1-0 count for Ward, and make it 1-1. And that one hits the dirt. 2-1 count now. Two outs for the Lady Rebels. Runners on first and second. This one right down Main Street, headed to shortstop. Kayla Harden gets him out. Chapman making it look easy on that one. And that will bring an end to the first inning. Deadlocked at 0, heading into the top of the second. And we're ready to roll. Chapman, only in their fourth batter of the lineup, went 3 and out on their first trips to the plate. Couldn't get anything going. And they're going to change that up as Manning, number 18, and got another fly ball, or foul ball, I should say. This one, and then netting on the roof as well, should be coming our way, and I think it's going to get stuck too. 1-1 count for Manning. Oh, and Manning sends it right down the middle. Excellent hit there, and only able to get a single out of it, but that certainly was impressive. Great hit. And McPhail to hit this one for the Lady Panthers. And Ward, I'm not sure what's happening. The umpire's checking his pocket or something. Now we're ready to go. Maybe. Now he's talking to one of the Byrnes coaches. We're close. All right, I think we're ready to roll. And McPhail trying to set up that bunt, could not get it out of the box. That's going to be a strike. And that one got dangerously close to hitting McPhail. Make it 1-1. And that one hits the dirt before it gets to the plate. 2-1 count now for McPhail. Oh, and almost got it. Foul ball, so 2-2 count now. That was, man, that was close. If McPhail had gotten that bat up just an inch or two higher, that could have been a line drive. And another nice, good window at least. And they actually say that was high of the strike box. So 3-2. Something's got to give here, unless we have another foul ball. And Ward winds up, and that's going to be a walk. Runners on first and second now for the Lady Panthers. Cornett headed to the plate. No outs for the Lady Panthers. Cornett really got just a lot of opportunities, a lot of different things he can try, and whoa, that one was way too high. And there's the bunt from Cornett, dangerously close, and she is out. So Cornett does get out, but Chapman has got the runners shifted around a little bit, now on second and third with Ivy at bat. There's a strike there by Ward. And Ivy almost got hit. I think I kind of looked in Manning's direction. I would have been very surprised if she tried the old suicide steal there, but I like the preparedness by Byrnes, ready just in case she does. And that one high, 2-1 count now. got a piece of it there, 2-2. And another foul ball. And there it is, right down Main Street, and Ivy is going to be out, but Chapman able to draw first blood there. Manning crossed the plate. So the Lady Panthers up 1-0 with 2 outs to go in the inning. Oh, and another great hit. Thornton sending it all the way to the fence. And they might be able to get her out. This is going to be close, and she is safe. So it's a double for Chapman, and McPhail able to get home. So make it 2-0 in favor of the Lady Panthers. And now getting ready to head to the plate is number 3 for Chapman. That is Cogdell again. Getting one last word in from her coach. 2 outs, 0-0 count. No runner on second now. And nice pitch there from Ward. Sank down a little right at the end. And now Chapman making a substitution. Thornton is going to exit, and she's replaced by Ivy on second base. Not sure what the holdup here is. The umpire is doing something. I think they're saying that substitute. Nope. And Chapman, yes, substituting again. Ivy is out. Now she's replaced by number 10. That is Loftus. So now with Loftus on second, Cogdell almost got hit there, 1-1. Oh, and that is headed, that's a foul ball and headed into the parking lot. Man, she really got that one. I mean, maybe a fraction of a second early on that swing. That might be the hardest hit we've seen all night. Cogdell, I mean, that close. 1-2 count now. And are they going to call out a strike? It was close. No, it's a ball. Did not finish the swing. 2-2 count now. Ward winding up, got a fastball. Oh, and too fast there for Cogdell. And I think there's been a little bit of confusion. They were trying to figure out if Cogdell's got 2 strikes or 3 now. I thought it was 3. Yeah, I guess they're not counting that foul ball as a strike, the one that went out of the park. All right, so we're still at 2-2. Cogdell with a second chance here. There's a ball. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Something almost has to happen here. We'll see what Cogdell's got dialed up. And the pitch right down Main Street, but high, and Cogdell is walked. So the accuracy there, but too high. And now Chapman with runners on first and second. Number 1, Coley at the plate. And she sends it right down the middle. And we still got a runner going toward home. Missed that throw there at the end, and Loftus was able to cross the plate, make it 3-0 in favor of the Panthers. Runners on first and second. At the plate now is number 5, back to the top of the lineup. This is Geisel, and that one high. 1-0 count. And Geisel lets that one go. They call it a strike. That was very close. I thought for sure that was a ball. 1-1 though. And that one, a strike as well. Ward is really straddling that line, and it's paying off. 1-2 count. Now in that last game, we saw Byrnes just wind up with fastballs in this situation. Instead, that one goes off to the right. Geisel, the only left-handed batter on this Chapman roster. Though so far unable to capitalize on Byrnes' right-handed pitchers. And this one, that's a strike. Excellent pitch there by Ward to close out the inning. Or at least the first half of it. Byrnes still has to go to the plate. Bottom of the second coming up in just a moment. All right, and here we go. Oh man, right in time. I tell you, these players do not waste any time in getting started back up. I guess it's because this is this is the only sport we've done so far this year that has not had whistles. I didn't even think about that. I mean, even if you're not paying attention to it, I guess it does signal more than you'd realize. And with no whistles here, hey, you never know how good you have it until it's gone, I suppose. So some fast starts, just getting the ball in play, and a fast start for Chapman as well, up 3-0 at the bottom of the second. Byrnes still on the hunt for some consistency, though this will help him out. 3-0 count right now for the batter. That is going to be Hannah Ivy, number 2 for the Lady Rebels. Or check that. That is Hannah Bigby, excuse me, and Bigby is walked. Now at bat number 22, this is Nations. Only listed as Nations or E Nations. And Thornton able to notch a strike against her early. And Nations kind of wound up for the bunt, and up at the top of the screen, Bigby was able to steal second. First time they've done it this game, but I think the 5th time tonight that Byrnes has been able to pull that off. One-to-one count now for Nations. And trying to set up that bunt, and it goes past the line. 1-2. And Thornton sends that one into the dirt, and over on third base, that is close, and they call it safe. Bigby able to get in another base run. Within striking distance of home, Byrnes can almost smell their first run of the game. And that one is low. No, they call it a strike. So Thornton able to notch another strikeout there. And that'll be the first out of the inning for Byrnes. And that one, strike. At bat right now is number 6, Cora Mochia, and fouls on that one. Again, with one out and a runner on third, all you really need is a solid bunt here. See what they've got drawn up. And that one way high of the box. 1-2 count for Mochia. That one is low as well, make it 2-2. And that one well outside of the box. So just like that, this count was 0-2 earlier, all the way to 3-2 now. Here we go. Gonna be interesting to see what Thornton does. Just goes with the fastball and it works. 2 consecutive strikeouts now for Thornton. Hope Fowler at bat now for the Lady Rebels. Strike again. Thornton having a great inning so far. And another strike there. Zero to 2. I would imagine we've got a fastball coming here. It has worked quite well to this point. And maybe getting a little fancy there, but she swung at it, and that's going to be it. 3 straight strikeouts by Thornton to close out that inning. Excellent display of pitching there by the Lady Panthers as we head into the top of the 3rd inning. Chapman flipping the script on the Lady Rebels so far, up 3-0 about halfway through this one. We'll be back in a moment. And that's going to be another foul ball. I was muted right at the beginning. So 2 strikes now for Kayla Harden at bat, and a comment from a cameraman that they're seeing the ball a lot better. I tell you what, I'm seeing my computer screen a lot better. When we first got here and the sun was still up, I mean, you could barely see anything out here. So things start, as much as oh man, another great hit, and will it go over the head? No. That's going to be a fly ball, and Kayla Harden is out. And now back at the plate is number 18, Maddie Manning. Had a fantastic at-bat last time out. And no chance to replicate it quite yet. First pitch goes high. And Manning hits that second one, and oh, that was so close. I don't think that could have been any closer if you went down and put the ball on the line yourself. That was almost good. They're going to call it a foul ball. 1-1 count now. And that one high as well. Several of Ward's pitches have gone well above the strike box like that. And man, not really a ton you can do to capitalize on that. At least not in the way that when we caught on that. Oh man, and there's one headed out. Byrnes did not catch it, but they call it a foul ball. Forgot to move the camera though. 2-2 count now for Manning. And oh, low pitch could not connect, and Maddie Manning is out. Two outs now, 2 consecutive strikeouts, or no, scratch that, a strikeout and a fly ball notched by the Rebels. Looking for number 3, top of the 3rd. And first pitch to McPhail is ruled as a strike, I believe. No signal from the ref. We'll call it a ball. And that one is up, headed to the outfield where it is caught, and that'll be the end of Chapman's at-bat. 2 fly balls and a strikeout, the story there. Byrnes not giving up any more runs after a big second inning for the Lady Panthers. Bottom of the 3rd coming up in just a moment. All right, and we're back. Here is the bottom of the 3rd. Byrnes back at the top of the lineup. Alyssa right at the plate, and she gets a hit in early, and that is going to be... Yeah, Manning lost the ball there for a second, but got it back in, so a quick out already Thornton still holding up phenomenally. She's been having a great day pitching, and it continues there. Jada Badishin at bat now, and that one well off to the left, or to the right, excuse me. Now, Badishin, over the course of both games so far, has not made many attempts to, really hit the ball. She's been going for slap hits pretty much the entire game, and so far it really has yet to pay off, though. 2 balls right now. Thornton maybe picking up on their strategy just a little bit, and there's the hit. She finally got one in, going over to first, and she's out. Molly Smith back at the plate. 2 outs already notched by the Lady Panthers. And right down Main Street, headed into the outfield and into some dead space. That'll be an easy base run, or a base hit, excuse me, for the Lady Rebels. Molly Smith able to make the best of that pitch. And now headed to the plate is Taylor Collins, number 15 for the Lady Rebels. That one off the mark. That one off as well, 2-0 in favor of Collins right now. And strike there by Thornton. That one's ruled as a ball, 3-1 count. Oh, and nice hit there. Will it be caught? Yes! And just like that, Byrnes headed back to the dugout. And that will bring an end to a third inning that went by really quickly. Thornton has been having a phenomenal day pitching so far for the Panthers, and it continues into the top of the fourth. We'll see if Chapman can notch a few more points in a moment. And we're back. Welcome to the top of the fourth. Chapman on top, 3-0. Cornett at bat against Darby Ward for the Lady Rebels. And sending it right down Main Street, headed over to first, and Cornett could not make it there in time. Got a nice hit in, but nothing doing. Ivy at bat now for the Lady Panthers. And that was a foul ball. Looked like it might have, maybe 6 inches away from going onto the roof. Zero to one count. Whoa, that one was way out there. And Ivy did hit that one. Excuse me. Got hit in, but it went off to the right. Foul ball, 1-2 count now. And Ivy almost got hit. And there is the hit. Ivy heading to first and can't get there in time. Byrnes defense playing a lot faster than they have. A lot faster than they have at least earlier in this game. 2 consecutive outs at first base. At bat now is Thornton. Isn't quite having the same luck batting as she has been pitching. Got that wrong. Count is at 1-1, not 2-0. And that one was coming in with some heat on it. Lets it go, and it ends up falling short of the strike box, 2-1. And that's a strike. 2s across the board. Oh, and swung a little too early on that one. Chapman comes up empty-handed in the Byrnes pitching game. Comes up strong again. Still 3-0, but Byrnes is going to have a chance to notch on a couple more runs heading into the bottom of the fourth. We'll be back in a moment. All right, and we're back. Haven't missed too much. Darby Ward, the pitcher for Byrnes, at the plate now. Ward struck Thornton out earlier. We'll see if Thornton can return the favor to Ward. Count goes to 2-1. That one is well off the plate. And no, foul ball. 3-2 count now. Oh, and Ward got that one with just a second too late. Out of the park, and it's a foul ball. Count's going to stay at 3-2. And they call it a strike. That was right on the line. Think it could have gone either way, and they give it to Chapman. And add yet another strikeout to Thornton's resume. That one is low, going to be a ball. And another ball there, 2-0 count. Bigby at the plate. And they're going to call that a strike. 2-1 count now. Three to 1. And Bigby able to hit that one, and then Cauley unable to bring it in. So that'll be a single. Byrnes with a runner on first. Can they finally secure some momentum? We're only playing to 5 innings. So they are running out of opportunities to get something done. 22 Nations, and that one is headed out as well. And great hit there, but it's going out of bounds. Make it 2 fouls now for Nations. Nations can't get that one either. She has been right on the brink on this trip to the plate. And Chapman, that was close. I think she's going to be safe, though. Almost able to notch a second out there. Instead, count's going to move to 2-2. And that ball is still loose. Can they get her at second? Yes! No, they say she was safe. I thought they tagged her. And now Byrnes has runners on first and second. Oh, and they call the one for Nations is out. So a runner on second, 2 outs for Byrnes. Koromochia back at the plate and didn't have a chance to hit that one. Oh, great pitch there. And she lets that one go by. 2-1 count. And she lets that one roll as well, 3-1. And yep, she got walked. Mochia headed to first. So now the Rebels have runners on first and second, and heading to the plate is number 7, that is Hope Fowler. And Fowler misses on that first attempt. Can't hit that one either. 2 strikes now. Thornton just one more pitch away from closing this inning out. No, and that'll do it. Another great display of pitching there by Thornton to close that inning out, and Chapman is going into the final inning with a 3-0 lead over the Byrnes Rebels. We'll be back in a moment. All right, and we're back, ready for the start of the 5th. Chapman going to have one last opportunity to notch some points before Byrnes gets their final at-bat. Until then, I believe this is McPhail at the plate for the Lady Panthers. Or check that, this is Loftus, and she lets that first one go by. And Loftus gets all of that one, sends it, oh, right between the outfielder's legs. Loftus is still loose, going all the way to the fence. How much further can she make it? And she stops at third. Great way to start things out for the Lady Panthers. Loftus caught him napping out there in the outfield. And now at the plate, number 1 for the Lady Panthers, Coley. Already with a runner at third and no outs. Is that bunt going to be coming? Probably not, with a left-handed hitter going up against a righty. No, there is the bunt, and it goes out of bounds. Foul ball. And foul ball there. And another foul ball. Coley almost able to get that one. Still sticking to that 0-2 count. And that one is way out there. 1-2 count now. And whoa, that ball is live, and Chapman able to notch another run. Loftus able to make it to home plate. 4-0. And make it a 2-2 count now. That one is high, 3-2. And another foul ball. Coley's gonna hang around a little bit longer. And Coley really winding up for this one, and another foul ball. I've lost count how many attempts Coley has had now. We'll see if this one is the one that gets it, and another foul ball. Yep, that one was right on the line again. But it crossed the line just before it went into the outfield. Here we go again. And now Coley is walked. Chapman has a runner on first. And at the plate now is number 5. Back to the top of the lineup. This is Geisel. And Geisel sets up the bunt. That was perfect. Can't she get to first? Yes. And still going all the way on the other side. Coley able to get to third. So the bunt works to perfection. Runners on first and third base for the Lady Panthers. Kayla Harden at the plate to try and bring them home. Though Harden so far has had a pretty tough go of it batting. made some great plays at shortstop that hasn't quite been able to connect on offense. And there it is, sending it right to the outfield, and Coley able to cross home plate, make it 5-0 in favor of the Lady Panthers. Runners on first and second, and Harden able to notch a nice base hit there. Cornett at the line at the plate now. Or check that, that's Manning, and sends that one across the line. Foul ball. And Manning almost got hit there. They're going to call out a strike. And able to send that one down through the legs of the baseman. And Chapman notching another run there. This time it's Geisel crossing home plate, 6-0 in favor of the Lady Panthers. And this one going airborne into the outfield and caught. Only the first out of this inning for Byrnes. McPhail unable to get it done there, and Cornett gonna head to the plate now. Had a nice hit earlier, but got outrun to first base. And whoa, that one over the catcher's head, and Chapman gonna shift their runners around. Harden all the way to third now. And unable to connect on that one. They'll call it a foul ball. And that one high as well. Ball is loose, and Harden slides in, and she's got it. Kayla Harden notching yet another run for the Lady Panthers, 7-0. And a 2-1 count for Cornett at the plate. Byrnes needing to find a way to regroup, bringing everyone into the circle. Gonna try and get something going here. And oh, that one might have gone flying if Cornett had hit it. It was all the way out on the other side of the strike box, but unable to connect. 2-2 count now. And Chapman forgot to update the counter. They're at 2 outs now. And that one's going to be a foul ball. Here we go, and can Chapman get their man on home plate? That's going to be close. Are they going to count Manning's run? They will not. Yes, that was only Chapman's second out, so excuse what I said earlier. That'll be 8-0. And Yeah, is there a mercy rule in JV softball? Because if there is, I think... oh, I was thinking of my Little League days. Mercy rule 7 back then. So a 10-point mercy rule, though. Are they still not going to count that run though? Because it was... Like, they still got the scoreboard here at 7, but I mean, Chapman clearly had that run across home plate, and now they're updating it, so it is 8-0. Nope. Are they leaving it at 7? We'll let it hang out at 8 for now. 2-1 count here. Ivy lets that one slide by. 3-1 count. 2 outs. Nope. 2-2. And that's a ball. 3-2 count with 2 outs. Chapman's up 8-0. Ivy has not gotten on base in either one of these games, at least as far as I remember. And she does get walked. So Ivy is on base, and now Thornton at the plate. And trying to put him away, misses on that pitch. And they're going to call out a ball. Yes, 1-1 count. And there is the hit from Thornton, and Thornton is out. No, they dropped the ball. So now Ivy on third, Thornton on first, and ready to bat is Loftus. 2 outs for the Lady Panthers. Again, we're not totally sure on what the mercy rule is in JV, but Chapman, at the very least, has got to be getting close to hitting it. Loftus gets the ball on that first pitch. And swings on that one, can't connect. 1-1. Can't connect on that one either. Pitch was a little high. 1-2 count now. And foul ball there. And that, whoa, that was really low. 2-2. And, oh, there's the strikeout by Darby Ward. So Byrnes with a little bit of life. They will need a miracle to come back in this one, but it is not impossible. Heading into the bottom of the 5th, Chapman on top, 8-0. We'll see if that score holds. Or wait, hang on, are they? No, we got some fans filtering out, but I think we're going for one more at bat. Yeah, Chapman's taking the field. They're not lining up to do handshakes or anything. Not totally sure why everybody's leaving. I think we've still got some time left in this one. Alright, so here we go. The last heave for Byrnes. The Rebels at the top of the lineup. This is Alyssa Wright, their first batter, and Thornton's first pitch to her goes off to the left. And she got that one, and Harden cannot make the catch. And Byrnes will get a runner on first. That one, I think that came up a little shorter than Harden thought it was going to. Byrnes with a runner on first. They needed that to get some momentum going. Now, Jada Badashin, again, has been content to go for slap hits, has not really tried to get a big one in, and misses on the slap hit there. And connects on that one, and Thornton thought about going to second, instead just kind of bides her time, not wanting to take any risks, I suppose. And now Byrnes has runners on first and second. At the plate now is Molly Smith, number 20. And that one is airborne. Caught. 2 more outs and Chapman has it. Taylor Collins at bat now, backs up a little bit for that one, and they call it a strike. Oh, and this one getting some hang time into the outfield, and it's caught! And Byrnes barely able to get the runner back to second there. That was almost the ball game, but Chapman one step closer. One more out, and this one is over. And that'll be a foul ball. Darby Ward at bat. And make it a 1-1 count. That one off to the left. And 2-1 now. And oh! What a way to end it! I knew when the pitcher for one team was going to have to strike out the pitcher of the other team to close out the game. I knew we were in for some kind of dramatic finish, but I wouldn't have expected that. That was something else. What a way to finish off an excellent night of pitching for Thornton. Chapman wins it 8-0. Man, what a run. So that's going to do it for us. We will see you guys tomorrow back here at Chapman for our first baseball game of the season. Not Chapman's first, but the first one we've been able to stream. JV versus Woodruff at 5, then varsity baseball versus Woodruff at 7 p.m. on the Chapman High School Athletics channel. But until then, we'll see you next time. Signing off for Spartanburg 1, I'm Luke Ruff. Have a good evening, everyone.